हेलो एवरीवन, मैं हूं आपके होस्ट वाइसन संगवाल। आप सभी को फिर से स्वागत है द टाइसन टॉक शो के इस नए एपिसोड पे। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं जो आज के गेस्ट है उसको इंट्रोड्यूस कराना चाहता हूं। हिज नेम इज़ टेची कुमार सर। ही इज़ द IRTS 2019 बैच। सो सर मैं चाहता हूँ आप खुद भी हमारे ऑडियंस को, व्यूअर्स को अपने परिचय करें।
जैसे कि लाइक ब्रदर हियर ही हैज़ इंट्रोड्यूस्ड मी ब्यूटीफुली, बताया कि लाइक आई एम एन IRTS 2019 batch, 18 exam batch, UPSC, and I would just say thank you for inviting me. It's a very good ambience and great initiative from your side.
Yeah, we honored, sir.
Okay.
So, sir, how are you first?
Great. अभी तो आपके साथ मिलके it's better in fact.
What kind of questions you are expecting?
Anything, probably anything from your side. जैसे आपका comfort level हो. But not something very personal, I would say.
सर मैं चाहता हूँ फर्स्ट आप जो आपके डेजिग्नेशन है जो व्यूअर्स को अपना थोड़ा बताइए डिटेल्स में ब्रीफ।
Like as the brother informed that I am from the Indian Railway Traffic Service, and currently I am posted in Rangya Division, and Rangya Division entails 74 railway stations connecting from Guwahati, and then some part in Arunachal such as Naharlagun, Gumto, and thereafter connecting towards till Pasighat, the nearest station being Markong Selek, and thereafter probably in the future would connect Pasighat also, and the stations like Tawang is on the pipeline.
So latest one is?
Latest you can see Markong Selek.
Okay.
On the this the west side, when on this side there is your Balapong station is also there, which also connects Arunachal state with your cities like Tejpur.
Sir, anyway, first of all, sir, आपको मिलके बहुत अच्छा लगा सर, क्योंकि I was expecting कि सर आप like when it comes to जो UPSC क्रैक कर रहे हैं, they are very serious. तो आपको अब तक तो बहुत फ्राइंग है, so I hope you are also comfortable with camera.
No, of course. At the end of the day, human being, you are also a human being.
Yes. सर सिंस आप UPSC क्रैक किया है तो पहले हम जानना चाहते हैं कि आपका स्टडीज़ कैसे, मीन्स कौन सा स्कूल पे आपने स्कूलिंग की एंड कॉलेज लाइफ कैसे रहा?
Schooling तो like मेरा schooling I did it from Doni Polo, like I'm repeating bad things. Polo Colony Naharlagun. Thereafter I did my +2 from King Cup Public School Naharlagun. Thereafter I did my college from Chennai. And then UPSC happened.
How it happened?
How it happened, like back of my mind tha ki like I have to write this exam one time. And when you are in your college, you don't have that idea or exposure that what this process is all about. But then with information from friends, colleagues, and people that I used to see interviews of, I learned a little bit ki kaisa chalta hai, like what is this exam is all about, what is prelims, what is mains, what is interview. ऐसे कर करके like I became part of that process, completely ingrained for 3.5 years.
As a student आप किस टाइप के स्टूडेंट थे, like स्कूल डेज पे?
School days तो it was all very average, I would say. Not extremely brilliant, not bad also, but somewhere in there. Like exam में है, pass करना है, thereafter मतलब अच्छे decent marks निकालना है.
As a child, what was your aim?
As a child, to like in a very rudimentary age, like you have lots of aims because you don't have any specific objective. You want to become doctor. You see a lawyer, you want to become a lawyer. And if you see an army person or some scientist, you want to become that person. But as you grow up, the need arises. You learn about things. You see life in a different perspective. Then you set a goal and the objective is clear and you go on that path for the rest of your life.
So sir, आपने किस चीज़ पे ग्रेजुएशन की?
I did a graduation in civil engineering.
Okay. So आपका कोई after doing civil engineering, how it comes UPSC फिर?
After doing civil engineering, as I said कि वो back of the mind में था that thought that this is something that I would want to pursue in later phase of my life, and my family and friends, also my loved ones, they always supported ki you have that thing in yourself, so at least you can go and give a try. So I went in there, like I tried, and it clicked for me in the first attempt. Not clicked clearing the exam, clicked in the sense I made that connect with this examination process, and it continued for 2-3 years, as I said. Thereafter, like once I cleared, then become part of this bureaucratic system.
So okay, sir, we'll move. The first question for you. So what is the one lesson you have learned through your years of preparation for UPSC?
At the bedrock of any thing that you pursue in your life, hard work is the main thing. Regardless of the fact that how brilliant you are, what is your academic caliber, you may be from the best of the IITs, best of the universities across the globe, but when you sit down to write an exam of a competitive nature, wherein you are competing with different individuals, and every individual has an equal opportunity, your hard work matters. So I would say, like, I learned the essence of hard work. In fact, this exactly was the term I was asked in the UPSC interview. You have been here for 2 years writing mains, so what is that one thing you learned? So without any hesitation, it came in very organically, that essence of hard work.
Okay, so sir, the next, how long it took?
As I said, 3.5 years, 3 attempts.
3 attempts.
Yes.
Okay, the next question for you. People says that we need to travel to cities for preparation. So what is your opinion?
It's a very relative understanding, because I would not lie, I went to Delhi prepared, but then having done so, I felt it does not add up much. But the only thing it added for me was that I was in an environment wherein I could see my competition. I could see people जो prepare कर रहा है, कि how they are preparing, what is their caliber, and how much effort they are putting in, what are the resources they are taking up with. Those are the things वो आपको सिखा सकता है कि थोड़ा बहुत कि you understand कि like what other people are doing, especially what those people who are clearing the exams, what they are doing, what are the resources they are connecting with. वो चीज़ हो जाता है. अदरवाइज मतलब हाँ, लाइक बीइंग फ्रॉम अरुणाचल, यहाँ पर एक आपको वो मटेरियल्स नहीं मिल पाता, बट अभी तो लाइक इट्स ऑनलाइन का ज़माना, तो यू गेट इट ऑनलाइन. बट द ओनली थिंग इज़ कि आपको एक अच्छा गाइडेंस मिलना ज़रूरी है, बी इट फ्रॉम ए कोचिंग सेंटर, बी इट फ्रॉम ए सीनियर. वो आपको बताना होगा कि दिस इज़ द पाथ, ऐसे पाथ आपको सेल करना है. ऑन दोस पाथ आपको क्या क्या बुक्स पढ़ने हैं, वो अल्टीमेटली आपके पास आ जाएगा. वंस यू गेट दैट आइडिया कि कैसे चलना है पाथ पे, तो यूल गेट ऑल दोस मटेरियल्स, क्योंकि मार्केट में अवेलेबल है. इवन नाउ यहाँ पे भी सब मिल जाता है.
तो डू यू थिंक दैट विदाउट प्रिपरेशन भी क्रैक कर सकता है?
विदाउट प्रिपरेशन,
आई मीन लाइक विदाउट कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट, विदाउट गोइंग टू कोचिंग.
विदाउट कोचिंग, बिल्कुल. लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ माई फ्रेंड्स लाइक हु आर द टॉपर्स, with whom like I used to study in the libraries, they did without coaching, because what I realized that coaching restricts you in a certain way, that you go to a coaching center and they give you this concoction of materials, and you get those materials and you try to recollect all the information from those materials. You're not able to see the other avenues, other materials or other information that may be better on the other side. So the other part of the pasture is something that you don't get to entertain yourself with if you restrict yourself with a certain way. And in that sense, I would say coaching centers does these things, but then like if you get a good guidance in the form of a good teacher and a coaching center, good for you.
Okay, which means without going coaching institute also you can.
Yeah, as I said, as I would always say, that you need a very good mentor, and that mentor should be very honest with you.
Okay.
That person should be able to tell you these are your fallbacks, and these are the things that you should able to work on. You cannot have those all made up materials and this made up path that other people have followed, and you follow the same path which does not suit to your comfortableness, and you are not able to connect later. And if you are not able to connect, then the half of the things are defeated itself.
सो ओके सर, ऑलराइट। सो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग बात है। कुछ देर पहले सर से हम बात कर रहे थे कि वी विल ट्राई टू कम्युनिकेट इन हिंदी, बट सर का कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी है, तो आप उसका बारे में थोड़ा बताइए।
Interesting story in this regard. Okay. English, like I would say English is important, especially for those people अगर आप एग्ज़ाम लिख रहे हो UPSC, because let's see the reality. Nothing against Hindi. The reality is that you're writing this exam in English, you're understanding the information in English, you're recollecting those information in your head in English, you're blabbering in your mind in English that information, and you're going to the interview, and that interviewer would only judge the content of your answers from the way you put it out, and you'll be putting it out in English. So if your communication is not proper, it could impact your interview preparation in so many ways. Not just interview preparation, holistically I would say UPSC preparation, because all the Arunachalis, we write our exams in English. Hindi is not our first language. There are other people who would write this exam in Hindi, they would appear this interview in Hindi, so it's good for them, but this is a reality we have. Because ultimately if you clear your mains, you have to face your interview in English. You cannot run away. So it's better develop that tongue or that sense of comfort in the prior days itself, so that you don't face that discomfort or that awkwardness that you have to work on later. So that is the reason I would say, like that sense of comfortableness with English develops with the preparation as the stages follows itself to the other.
Okay. So what is your, apart from studies, what was your hobbies?
I am a football fanatic, not playing, but I love football. I'm a big Barcelona fan, and I'm extremely passionate fan. I remember like 2 days before my UPSC prelims, I think second attempt I guess, there was this Barcelona game wherein they were routed by 4-1 I think. I could not sleep the next day, and somewhere down the line I feel my prelims was also impacted. So I always loved football, and other than that like football is a big thing. Like I would like always I can sit down and discuss football for hours and hours with my friends.
So कुछ समय फुटबॉल पे जाएंगे. Who is your favorite footballer?
Favorite footballer, I like a footballer who are like more finesse oriented, not very dynamic. Finesse, like you see those people and you see them like they're flowing like water. In this regard I would say like though like it's an anime theme, I would say Toni Kroos, Modric I like, Iniesta of course.
So do you watch cricket?
Cricket sometimes.
Okay, एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सवाल पूछने वाला हूँ अब. So आपको कुछ like प्रेजेंट में थोड़ा नॉट जनरल क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा रिगार्डिंग क्रिकेट एंड फुटबॉल. सो बहुत सिंपल है. सो फर्स्ट क्रिकेट पे जाएंगे. डू यू नो अभी फ़िलहाल में इंडिया किसके साथ सीरीज़ खेल रहा है?
साउथ अफ्रीका आई गेस.
सो कुछ कौन सा?
आई थिंक इट्स 4-4 T20 सीरीज़. देखा नहीं अभी कुछ, लेकिन न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ने का आदत है तो इट्स देयर.
Okay, so do you, आपको क्या अपकमिंग सीरीज़ के बारे में आपको कुछ आइडिया है?
अपकमिंग सीरीज़ के बारे में नो आइडिया.
So who is the present captain of India?
I think this is also from newspaper. I think either it is Dinesh Karthik or Ajinkya Rahane.
Okay, so it's wrong anyway.
Okay, who is it by the way?
अभी currently जो मेन का अभी जो साउथ अफ्रीका साथ खेल रहा है ऋषभ पंत. Okay, the last one, ICC Men's T20 World Cup जो 2022 को होगा, which country will be hosting?
Which country would be hosting? No idea bro.
I will give you three options. Australia, India, Sri Lanka.
Australia, India, Sri Lanka. No idea bro.
Okay. The last one regarding football.
Okay.
FIFA World Cup 2022 will be hosted by
Qatar.
Yes.
It's a big controversy.
Okay, so we'll move forward with question answers. So the next question we have for you is, how has this service changed you?
this service, like, it's a very hectic service, by the way. I would say anyone looking forward to coming to Indian Railways, it's a very hectic service. There is no way that you have this typical understanding of bureaucracy, that bureaucrats, they don't work. You can never sit down working in Indian Railways idle for at least 4 hours, 3 hours. Every time, as you can see, like, you have seen my phone ringing. So, like, railway, since railway is running, it's a running entity 24/7. Some form of activity takes place. We have whole control set up. So like, you have to be on your toes. You have to make sure that like, you have passenger grievances, passenger securities, you have amenities, you have beautification of railway stations, and so many things. And then you have to ensure that all the freight trains are good trains. Like, it is run on time, it reaches to the destination, and it reaches in a safe and sound condition. So, like, it's a very, very hectic job. But then, like, you choose this option for yourself. You cannot deny, or you cannot cry foul.
Yes. So, एक सवाल है sir. This is not my question. This is put by one aspirant, civil service aspirant.
Sure.
So, as you are in railway service, can you lay your opinion on how Arunachal can develop in railways?
बहुत ज़्यादा. In fact, this is one of my passion, and this is really makes me optimistic working in railways. First and foremost, like, you have to see the economic setup of Arunachal. Like, कोई भी होता, कोई भी एक ये entity रहता है, उसका possibility आपको देखना होता है. If you are looking it from the economic terms, what are the economic opportunities for a state like Arunachal? हमारे पास sea route नहीं है. International boundaries के साथ large scale trade is not possible. Only thing that is possible is that we have railways that is coming in, and we have this some bunch of items that is grown in the state. If it can reach to the other state, it can increase the revenue for the people. But there are challenges also. Then we have tourism potential. Transportation sector has the greatest connect with tourism.
Right.
Railways can connect with local tourist operators, with passengers, with people who are coming to see Arunachal. Railway assets can be used to advertise the goodwill of Arunachal, the tourism potential, the destinations that can attract large scale tourism. And railway in itself takes up lots of developmental activities. You see any railway around railway station in itself, there is an economic system develops within a railway system in itself. Railway station in itself is an ecosystem. Like, you build your railway system, railway station. Outside you'll have a food stall, you'll have a parking place, you'll have taxi stand. So in a way, like, a person putting up that food stall is employed, or rather I would rather say self-employed. Then the taxi people, they get employed, they get passengers. Then your tourism outlet, they can use those passengers to boost their tourism potentials. These two spaces, I feel it has immense possibility if state and the Ministry of Railways can work out a routine wherein we can transport the locally made items or locally grown items to the other part of the country, and we are able to advertise properly the goodwill of the state and the natural beauty of the state to the other parts of the country. Then we can do wonders.
Directly, indirectly, state is getting revenue.
State or revenue, state का revenue is not important. The thing is कि जो people who are sitting idle, they'll have that possibility of employment. वो window of opportunity आप एक बार खोल देता है. जो बंदा is capable, who is willing, तो they will always take the opportunity. तो वो opportunity हमको create करना होगा.
Yes.
तो उसके लिए, like, I would want to work with the state. I've been trying, like, and I feel in few months time we can work out something.
So एक सवाल है सर. So since before newly जो नाहरलगुन का जो रेलवे था, जो नया जब आया था, कि बहुत लोगों का मानना था कि बहुत सारा ड्रॉबैक्स है यहाँ रेलवेज आने से. तो आपका क्या मानना है?
No, it's real. Like, ours is a very fragile culture. It's a very fragile culture. Like, we are only like 15-16 lakhs population. that is also divided in different groups. और culture भी ऐसा है कि like we do not have a connecting language.
Yes, yes.
So if lots of people flock in from different part of the country, there's a possibility that it may take over local culture. Like the whole idea of civilization is that the stronger culture takes over the weaker one. So that threat is real. But then we have to barricade with different rules and regulation. For example, we have ILP. We have to strengthen the system of ILP. We have to make sure that we attract right kind of tourists in our places. So that threat is always there. But then we need to be real also. We need to safeguard ourselves and also take up opportunities that can come in.
सर आपसे मैं सुनना चाहता हूँ कि वी अरुणाचल प्रदेश जो है जो ट्रेडिशन जो कल्चर है बहुत डाइवर्स है. वी आर सो ब्लेस्ड विद आवर ट्रेडिशन जो कल्चर से. तो मैं आपसे सुनना चाहता हूँ व्हाट इज़ योर व्यू ऑन आवर जो एंटायर स्टेट का जो कल्चर्स लोग है ट्रेडिशन है.
ना वही मैं बताता हूँ like it's a very dynamic culture, it's an evolving culture, and it's an accepting culture. Like the way we have accepted Hindi in the first place, not anywhere in Northeast it has happened. Some people might look it in a very negative manner, but then like we are able to integrate ourselves with other communities also.
Right.
We do not have that level of infighting that is there in other northeastern states between different tribes. We may have our animosity here and there one time, but then ऐसा तो नहीं है कि like we have insurgent local tribal insurgent group fighting with each other. ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं है. तो even most of the people like even my friends who are posted here, IS officers, they also tell me like it's यहाँ के लोग मतलब it's a very unique people. मतलब welcoming है and the culture is also so diverse and anywhere you go you are always invited. So I always take pride in our people. Like anywhere I've been, like I've always felt connected, and कभी मिलता हूँ तो like I would always want to sit down and talk about each other's culture.
Alright sir. So आपको देख के तो you seems like a foodie person. So what am I right?
Foodie, not exactly foodie, but yeah.
So what kind of food do you like?
Food, there is no like no specific choice. Like anything works when you're hungry.
Okay. So अभी हम आएंगे rapid fire round में. So it's very simple. आपको थोड़ा casual question दिया जाएगा.
Okay.
Apart from this topic, थोड़ा बाहर जाएंगे. Who is your favorite actor?
Favorite actor. I liked Irfan Khan.
Irfan Khan.
Yes.
Okay. Your all-time favorite film?
All-time favorite film. I would say Three Idiots.
Three Idiots. Nice one.
It reminds me of the college days, no?
Have you ever been cheated?
Cheated? No.
No. Okay. Favorite subject?
Favorite subject, economics.
Economics. Okay. Katrina, Deepika, Madhuri, none of them.
Shit. Let me think. What? Can you repeat?
Katrina, Deepika,
Okay.
Madhuri.
I would say I would say Deepika.
Deepika. Was there any role model, any elders you can take while back
Elders,
in preparation?
like of course, like my parents are always your role model initially. And my chacha was also my role model. He was a very good human being. He left some years back. Of course, my parents, like family members only, like these are the people I looked up, and with time, like I've never got the opportunity to venture out and see different people as role models. But yes.
Okay. So next one. So success mantra, what would you comment?
Success mantra, hard work.
Hard work.
Hard work, smart work. Once you start working hard, you understand how to work smart. Because you start to develop that value system, and after that तो वो आ ही जाता है smart work.
When जब हम लोग सोचते हैं success mantra, we take shortcut. तो हम सोचते हैं that will be the shortcut.
नहीं, smart work is also a shortcut, but then first you have to work hard, no? आप मतलब 10 दिन बैठ के लक्ष्मीकांत पढ़ लिया, उसके बाद you need to be smart, no? कि लक्ष्मीकांत में आपको क्या चाहिए?
Yes.
You cannot be next another 10 days repeating लक्ष्मीकांत, no?
Yes.
वो नहीं होता.
Okay. What is your views and message on maintenance of drugs especially in
like it's a big issue in the whole of Northeast right now. And like it's a big problem. I hope the local administration is very serious about it, and I would also encourage people like you who are in a platform wherein you can give certain message.
Yes.
आप बताओ जो local बोलते हैं हमारा younger audience को कि that is not the right path, because once you get into that space there is no coming back.
Yes.
And it's very difficult until unless you have that extreme level of willpower to get out of that mess. So there's first and foremost the state local administration, they should be able to work with local communities, because at the end of the day these kind of things, until and unless you involve local communities, it's very hard to control, because it's a very private affair. What police can do is cut off that link of supply, but that level of consumption, the point of consumption has to be controlled by the people itself, no? तो local communities को, elders को, आप जैसे लोग जो मतलब कैमरा में है, they are like you have some form of audience who look up to you, ये हमेशा रखिए मैसेज में, especially state is suffering right now.
Yes. Okay, sir. So since you are staying at Guwahati.
Yes.
So
nearby Guwahati.
What do you love the most about that place?
Living near Guwahati, coming to Northeast, the biggest thing for me is coming back to Northeast. Because getting into a central service, you work all throughout the country, but at the end of the day home is home, and being closer to home is everything.
Okay, so sir, finally we have completed, कुछ खत्म हो गया, we have almost completed our questions. So one personal question आपसे है, बताओ. So जो youngsters है, तो जो experience है, especially जब हम लोग the people like you, हम लोग जब यहाँ पे आते हैं, तो वो लोग का यही मैसेज है कि वो लोग कुछ बहुत लेक होता है प्रिपरेशन पे, वो लोग का विल पावर, तो आप क्या मैसेज देना चाहोगे उन लोगों को?
यार मैसेज तो यही है कि मतलब फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट कभी हिचकिचाओ मत. इफ़ यू हैव अ सीनियर, इवन मी, लाइक आपको कभी लगे कि लाइक यू वांट टू आस्क समथिंग, यू वांट टू लर्न समथिंग फ्रॉम माई साइड, एनी इन्फॉर्मेशन दैट आई हैव लर्न थ्रू आउट माई प्रिपरेशन डेज, आपको कुछ सीखना है, यू शुड ऑलवेज फील फ्री टू टेक्स्ट एनी इंडिविजुअल लाइक हु हैज़ clear this exam. At least मेरा मानना है कि 80% people will reply and they'll help you out, क्योंकि mentorship अच्छा मिल जाएगा, तो उसके बाद like your half of the work is done. तो ऐसे मतलब कभी लगे कि you are going nowhere, feel free to connect. There are lots of people who can and who are willing to help. तो ऐसे will power give up मत करो. अगर आपने ठान लिया है कि you would want to do something, then go for it. At least give your honest effort. ऐसे नहीं कि half एफर्ट दे के, आप बुक्स दे के या फिर मटेरियल्स दे के या फिर कुछ भी देख के, यू गेट दिस करेज. एंड बी अराउंड पीपल हु लव एंड केयर फॉर यू. सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ वो है, क्योंकि ये जो प्रोसेस है इट कैन बिकम वेरी मंडेन, डिप्रेसिंग हो सकता है, बट इफ़ यू हैव राइट पीपल अराउंड यू, राइट पीपल हु केयर एंड लव एंड हु आर विलिंग टू हियर यू आउट एट योर टफ टाइम, तो वो चीज़ें यू आर एबल टू सेल थ्रू. तो आपका भी कोई दोस्त लोग अगर इफ़ दे आर प्रिपेयरिंग, बात करो रेगुलरली. कभी सक्सेस टाइमली नहीं मिलता है, तो इट कैन बी वेरी डिप्रेसिंग ऑल्सो.
सो सर, इन एडिशन टू दैट, सिंस आपका थोड़ा एक्सपीरियंस है, आप थोड़ा एल्डर है, तो यहाँ पे जो छोटा लोग है, तो उन लोगों को फ्रेंड सर्कल के बारे में आप कुछ कमेंट करना चाहोगे?
फ्रेंड सर्कल तो लाइक मेरा एक लाइक आई एम वेरी क्लियर, आई एम लिबरल पर्सन. आई वुड नेवर जज यू बिकॉज ऑफ योर फ्रेंड सर्कल, बट यू शुड बी स्मार्ट इनफ टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यू वांट इन लाइफ. अब अपना दोस्त तो आप चुनता नहीं है ना, दोस्त बन जाता है. तो इफ़ यू हैव फ्रेंड्स, यू मे नॉट लाइक मेनी थिंग्स अबाउट देम, बट देन यू शुड बी स्मार्ट इनफ कि यू अवॉइड दोज टेंडेंसीज, कि अगर आपको गलत दिशा में लेके जा रहा है तो यू अवॉइड दोज टेंडेंसीज, क्योंकि आपको समझना होगा ना व्हाट इज़ योर फ्यूचर, व्हाट इज़ योर एक्सपेक्टेशन फ्रॉम योर लाइफ. दोस्त को तो मैं नहीं बोल सकता यार इसके साथ दोस्त मत करो, उसके साथ दोस्त मत करो. अब इंसान लाइक अंदर से कैसा, हाउ वुड आई नो? पीपल जज पीपल वेरी इजीली, नो, कि वो ऐसा करता है तो ही मस्ट बी दिस, वो अगर ऐसा पहनता है तो ही मस्ट बी दैट. तो वो दोज काइंड ऑफ जजमेंटल थिंग्स आई डोंट अप्रिशिएट. बट यू शुड बी स्मार्ट इनफ, आप अपने दोस्त को समझता है कैसा है, तो अपना दोस्त ध्यान से चुनो, हु वुड केयर फॉर यू, हु वुड बी देयर फॉर यू एज अ सपोर्ट सिस्टम. और ऐसे फ्रेंड रहेगा दोस्त कभी साथ में चिल भी करेगा तो कभी केयर भी करेगा, कभी हेल्प भी करेगा।
तो सर मैं ये और एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ, जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ रेलवे पे, तो व्हाट वुड यू लाइक टू स्पीक ऑन दैट?
रेलवे इज़ अ बिग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। अभी मतलब यू कैन गेट डायरेक्टली इन क्लास 1 ग्रुप ए सर्विस थ्रू UPSC, उसके बाद थ्रू RRB ऑल्सो यू कैन गेट इनटू एज एन स्टेशन मास्टर ऑल्सो। there are engineering department, there are signaling department. Opportunity is immense, but you should be able to come and compete. तो अगर आप कर लेंगे तो it's all fine.
So do you think that हमारे जो अरुणाचल प्रदेश के जो लोग हैं they are capable?
अरे definitely यार, like more than capable. At least like मेरे से तो better ही होगा. Like as I said, like I was an average student. तो and now I get to hear people there are like scoring marks like crazy. तो कर ही सकता है.
So जैसे कि आपने कहा, बट हम लोग बहुत कम देखते हैं कि इस जो यहाँ पे जो ये प्लेटफॉर्म पे वी सी बहुत ही कम नंबर्स पे देखते हैं. सो वेयर आर वी लेकिंग बिहाइंड? आपको क्या लगता है?
नहीं, वी आर लेकिंग बिहाइंड ऐसा कुछ नहीं. हम वी आर लेकिंग बिहाइंड probably like here and there कभी-कभी हो जाता है. This exam is also about luck, no? I remember for my first 2 means मतलब I missed by 4 marks 6 marks, तो मतलब luck factor also works. तो इसका तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन वही है कि मतलब you put in good work, good effort. Even this year like one lady officer she cleared.
Yes.
तो आ ही रहा है. फॉर स्टेट लगा उसकी एक निकलना भी ठीक है, लेकिन वो एक ही रेगुलरली निकले तो एक कल्चर बन जाएगा. तो उसके बाद थोड़ा वो रहता है, इजी रहता है. वी ऑल्सो वुड हैव अ गुड फ्रेटर्निटी कि निकले और वी कैन पार्टिसिपेट इन पॉलिसी मेकिंग एंड डिसीजन मेकिंग प्रोसेस.
Yes.
तो वो तो हो तो बेटर ही है.
Okay sir, as a child what was the naughtiest thing you have done?
Naughtiest I like always not going to school, bunking, chilling out with friends.
कभी पेरेंट्स से कभी कंप्लेंट्स
में रेगुलरली.
कभी मार खाया आपने?
मार obviously yes. I still fear my mother. Like even now like it's very hard. I see my mother and if I have done something wrong I see her inside. You can never take away the care and affection of a mother from your head. And probably you would also connect कि ऐसा तो होता ही है.
Yes. Okay. So कुछ लास्ट क्वेश्चन से पहले मैं आपको कुछ देना चाहता हूँ. So this is a small token of love from the Tyson Talk Show आपके लिए.
Okay. Thank you so much
sir. So thank you so much sir once again for coming and giving your आपका बहुत ही आपका कीमती समय को हमें देने के लिए. Thank you so much. एंड बिफोर वी गो, यहाँ पे जो लोग हैं व्यूअर्स है यहाँ पे, नॉट ओनली फॉर अरुणाचल प्रदेश, यहाँ पे एंटायर नॉर्थ ईस्ट से देखते हैं, बाहर से लोग
बिल्कुल वही.
सो व्हाट मैसेज वुड यू लाइक टू गिव टू देम?
मैसेज आई वुड से कि मतलब इफ फ्रॉम UPSC पर्सपेक्टिव इफ़ यू वांट टू राइट दिस एग्ज़ाम, लिखो, मतलब अच्छे से हार्ड वर्क करो. अगर आपको कभी लगे जैसा ऐसे फाइंड ए गुड मेंटर, अच्छा मेंटर मिलेगा या फिर अच्छा फ्रेंड सर्कल मिल जाएगा, तो प्रिपरेशन इज़ ईजी. And otherwise life में be happy. Until unless you are not happy you cannot be putting your best. So कोशिश करो जो चीज़ that makes you happy वो चीज़ अपना maintain करो, और बाकी तो like life is good, appreciate life, what else.
Okay, nice words sir. So thank you so much. So guys, आज के जो एपिसोड है यहीं पे ख़त्म होता है. So thank you so much for joining us. ऐसे ही आप लोग प्यार करते रहिए, लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए, कमेंट कीजिए, एंड चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करने मत भूलिएगा. सो ऐसे ही हम लोग जो हमारे साथ आज जो गेस्ट है टेची कुमार सर, ऐसे ही पर्सनैलिटीज़ आने वाले दिन पे भी हम लोग आप लोगों के साथ लाएंगे, सो दैट वी कुड एबल टू इनकरेज यू, इंस्पायर यू बाय देयर स्टोरीज. सो ये एपिसोड यहीं पे ख़त्म होता है. सी यू ऑन नेक्स्ट एपिसोड. जय हिंद, लव यू ऑल.